What's going on? This is Right Now with J-Rock and KJ.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys tuned in.
Yes.
As we go ahead and begin MiBOs Season 2, Episode 1. We got Mr. Derrick Butts in with us, CEO and owner, founder of ASSISTU2WIN.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. We appreciate you hopping on with us.
Yes, thank you, gentlemen, for having me. I'm so delighted to be here. Here we go.
On this drive. I appreciate you coming all the way out of town, out of state.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
To sit down with us for just a moment.
Yeah,
that means a lot to me, knowing that you would come out here for that.
100%. Yeah, knowing you for a long time.
Long time. You know, we met way back. I don't want to tell our age too much, but we met way back in the day before social media.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Since we just got done talking about social media.
AOL.com.
Yeah.
Oh,
MySpace.
Yeah.
My AIM.
Yeah.
AIM, Instant Messenger. Oh, got the
Nextel, Direct Connect.
Yep.
Tough.
Long time. Played a few basketball games with you.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to say, you know, since I met you, you've been kind of like a teacher since I met you, you know, whether it's in the church or where you did a lot of good teaching there, because you didn't do too good of teaching on the basketball court.
Oh, man. You know, you caught me on the downhill stride, right? I was on the let's get out of that. Let's do something that I can do long term. But yeah.
No, you had game, man. You know, I got to represent a little bit. You had a little bit of game in there. You know, way more than I ever had, for sure. When it comes to that.
Okay.
I'm not going to speak on that.
Oh, okay. Because he was saying that he was cooking you. That's what he said.
You know what? Here's the good thing about basketball.
I didn't say that.
He said cooking.
If he did say it, there's truth to it.
Okay.
There's truth to it. I'm a little bit older than him, so he had the youth in him.
The legs.
He caught Washington Wizards Jordan. He didn't catch Chicago Bulls Jordan. I got it. Okay, that makes sense.
I was in the baseball era, right?
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, for real though, you've been teaching, you know, since, you know, day one that I met you, right?
Yeah.
And you've transferred what you were doing into what you're doing now, right?
Yeah.
Which is, again, ASSISTU2WIN, right?
Yep.
If you don't mind, kind of explain to the people out there who may not know exactly what ASSISTU2WIN is, if they haven't heard of it, which I don't know how that's even possible, because, you know, you've been doing it for a while and you're always posting on social media. So I definitely know about it. I share about it. So, you know, to tell everybody out there who's watching right now what ASSISTU2WIN actually is.
Yeah. So we call it the connecting place for winners. It is that place where an individual that has goals, dreams, aspirations to be more, do more, they can connect with us. We're a speaking and coaching platform where we naturally do not define what somebody's goals are, but we come alongside of them to provide them principles for growth, for personal development, professional development, to maximize profits and productivity.
Okay. What made you change your kind of like aspect of your teaching? If that's making sense, like what made you kind of change the platform of the way that you wanted to teach?
So, truth be told, I feel like what changed is some of the things that I went through in my own personal life. Some of the encounters that I had, I call it the mistakes that made me me. From that place, I realized that there was still a message that was going to come from my voice, and there was still an assignment that I was going to have that I needed to fulfill. And I felt that I could reach more if I went to the practical side of things. I was a big student of John Maxwell from the beginning of my time. So I took scripture, tried my best to make it very practical, cause somebody to see it from a simplistic standpoint so they could apply it in their life. I got into the automotive industry, and as I got there, I started to see the impact of what business could do in people's life. So I started taking principles, be it scriptural principles, be it life principles, be it principles that I would see in books, and then communicate those things back to people so that they could have actionable items that they could do in their own life, and then just press the gas to go forward.
Oh, yeah. So you brought up the automotive industry. You know, I came out there one day. You had me and, C. Shaw come out there one day. And I remember, I guess it was your whole sales team that you had the meeting with.
Yeah.
And I've been in a lot of, sales meetings before, and it's typically wasn't ran the way that you ran it. And you actually told a story about the tube of toothpaste.
Yeah.
You told the story about the tube of toothpaste, and it resonated in me. I was like, man, that's real. That's real. Like, he hit the nail on the head, as they would say.
Yeah.
You remember the story, right?
I do now. Yeah. I'm thinking, how do you pull that one out? But yeah, that's good.
Man,
That's good.
It resonated in me. You know, when you speak to somebody and they really understand and grasp it, it's going to stick with them. And that moment stuck with me, till that was some years ago.
Right.
That you held that, I was like, man, that was good right there.
They always say you can't take the hood out of somebody. I think you can't take your calling out of somebody either. So for me, there's always been that calling of ministry. There's been the calling of the assignment that I had to speak. So no matter where I am, I'm going to illustrate things. And so for me, that's my parable speaking. That's my make it plain, give them something they can take home. That can be something you can remember and apply in all aspects of your life, right? So, yeah, we used to say our sales meetings were prayer rallies. The altar call was go get you a customer and sell somebody something and go make you some money. That was the altar call.
Oh, yeah.
But man, we take them to church right there in the dealership.
Serving them good, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. So how can people, because you say it's connecting, how can they connect with you? How can they find you exactly?
So ASSISTU2WIN, ASSIST, the letter U, the number 2, WIN. We're pretty much on every platform. We are just now opening up some things with TikTok. We're being challenged to go there, but we're on pretty much every platform. So the best place for somebody to connect is just right there online. We got plenty of content out there so you can get to know who we are, how we communicate, what we do. And just from social media alone, you can take a principle and go apply it to your life, or wake up in the morning and have some inspiration. I mean, it's my goal to show up in your world at some point. No matter what you need, when you need it, we want to show up there, because who we are is what? The connecting place for winners. So we want to connect to you no matter if you're in a high moment, we'll celebrate you. If you're in a low moment, we're going to pull you up. If you're in a moment where you're stagnant, we're getting ready to challenge you.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you, what's it like? So if I go to the website, I decide, hey, I want to connect with you. What's that first meeting like? Is it something that's done face to face? Is it something that's done solely online? What's my interaction with you gonna be like?
Yeah, so a lot that we do, probably 90% of what I'm gonna do is gonna be online through Zoom. We really use technology for our advantage, so we do meet on Zoom many times. And that first meeting is all about you. We start off by what's a win that I can celebrate with you. I think our world, we get beat up all the time. We have so many things that we're going through. And so I like to start with the framework of there's a win we can celebrate. Sometimes we don't celebrate it because it doesn't seem like a big one, but I believe in you praise progress as success. So we want to start there. And then you get to run the show, right? Because it's all about what's important to you. And as we ask questions, we're looking for 3 things. We're looking for clarity, we're looking for strategy, and we're looking for accountability. I say it all the time. You cannot give strategy until somebody has clarity. So I want to know what's the goals, what's the things that you want to accomplish, what's that one thing that you've been saying you want to do that you just haven't done, and then how can we get you in motion? How do we get you started? How do we get you making that actionable step, right? MIA, massive, immediate, imperfect action is what we say.
Say it again.
Massive, immediate, imperfect action.
I like to go back to when you said praise progress as success, and you got to celebrate the wins.
Yeah.
I like that, because I feel like, we're so focused on a big picture thing. And if you're not, showing yourself making any type of progress or any type of, ground towards that, you get a little discouraged.
Yeah.
And so by celebrating those wins, those small wins, hey, I was able to get 1%. I was able to get, a couple things going on. It actually leads you better, down the line towards, actually getting the success that you're looking for.
100%.
So, keeps you from being, deterred.
Man, you're so right. You know, we always ask, how do you get momentum? It starts with movement.
Right.
And in order for you to get some movement, you got to move.
Right.
And so that's the first thing I'm trying to do is get somebody in action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have movement because you don't want to become, water. It's better when it moves.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to be stagnant. When stagnant happens, you get all the nasty stuff and it becomes, it's not water anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you don't want to become stagnant in life as well. You got to constantly be moving.
100%. Yeah.
What do you do when you have somebody who's not used to that though? Like I'm not used to selling that small, but that's the meat. I need to get to this. This is just the size. I need the meat and potatoes. Like, how do you change somebody's mindset on how to do that? Like, is it?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had those kind of battles before, right?
Oh yeah. It's easy for people to want to function in our default because we all have one. We have a default that we're used to, that we've been doing for such a time. And so what you have to do is first off identify what that mindset is. And I always say you need a mind shift before you have a mindset. If your mind's set on the wrong thing and that's what the mind's set on, you're going to only get and gain from that mindset. So if we want to identify what that mindset is and what it's holding us from, and then we have to magnify what it is somebody desires. Until that thing's big enough, until you've emotionalized the dream that you have and you can feel it, the movement doesn't start. You don't go, you don't move. So we really magnify what it is somebody wants. And then we start to identify the roadblocks that are keeping them from the very thing that they say they want. Everything from what we do starts from the client, not from us. It's not my job to come and see potential in you and then push it on you. I say it all the time. We build what we birth. We drop what we adopt. So we're looking for what's in you, and then whatever's in you, now we want to pull it out of you. So we identify it, and then the second portion after we identify is we find what's the step you can take, not how do you get to the top of the staircase. Too many times people want to tell somebody the entire process to get to the top of the staircase, and the person just needs to know the next step.
The next step.
Yeah. Because if I can get you doing the next step and then praise you because you did it, guess what you're willing to do now?
Do my next two steps.
You're gonna take another step. You're gonna take another step. So that's the first thing though. Identifying what that roadblock is and just breathing confidence back into somebody to say, it's okay for me to go back to the childhood faith that I had where no one told me that I couldn't. No one told me that I can't. And if I can get people back there, oh man, they'll break through any barrier.
That childhood innocence. Childhood innocence. You just did it just because you wanted to do.
Right.
But what was that bar you said? It was before you can have a mindset, you have to have a mind shift.
Yes, sir.
That's a bar. That is a bar.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because we always talk about, hey, we need to change our mindset. But you're not really changing your mindset. You're shifting your mind into something different.
Yeah.
Or how you phrase that. And then you said something else after that. I'm gonna mess it up.
Come on, I'm gonna help you.
It was you were going through the mind shift, the mind change, and then I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back to it. I'll get back to it.
You're with the mind shift though. That's
because your mind is set on something that it's set for, and if you keep trying to stay on that task, then you're not gonna get anywhere going forward or something like that.
Yeah.
With the mind shift though, is it more of it? Because I don't want to have to. People may think, oh, he's trying to reboot how I think, how I process things. Is it more along the line of just, hey, you've been doing it this way for so long, let's change that pattern up a little bit.
100%.
Let's change that pattern up a little. If you've been doing it this way for so long and it's not working, let's try this.
I feel like I'm the guy that gives people nuggets. So I try to have a nugget so that somebody can chew on it and then it'll come to life at some point in their world. So I tell them that destiny and insanity don't go together. We've always been told insanity is doing the same thing, trying to expect a different result. Well, destiny is desiring something different than I have right now. So destiny and insanity don't go together. So one of the two you got to be willing to trade off in order to be able to receive. If I want to stay in an insane place, then be okay with where you are. If I want to have a change place, I got to then do something different. There's where our mind shift begins. It's all in what it is that you desire. Some people, truth be told, actually love drama. And because they love drama, they create drama. And if things get too peaceful, they'll find a way to have some drama, because that's the only way they know how to function, is in that place of drama. Well, when people really want to change, you know it, because you either heard enough that you have to, you learn enough that you want to, or you receive enough that you're able to. Only time people gonna change.
Mm-hmm. Hey, again, we're sitting here with Derrick Butts, CEO, founder of ASSISTU2WIN. It's in the words. It's in the words right there. Assist you to win. It's not assist us to win, assist everybody to win. It's assist you to win. Yes, one of the key words is assist. Like you just said, we're assisting you. You're not going to sit there and try to find what their goals are. Right. They've got to know this so that you can assist them to the level of where they want to be, to that next level. And there might be 10 levels, and you can't go from 1 level to 10 level. You got to go 1 level, 2 level.
Yes, sir.
Level 3. Yeah. Level 4. You, as you just said, you have to take the next step.
Yeah.
Can't use the elevator.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Right.
You know, matter of fact, let me tell you a quick little story about the elevator. So I was going to the dentist one time, and as I was going to the dentist, my wife, I don't know how she was going there with me. So she was with me. We were going into the elevator, and all of a sudden the elevator got stuck. We're inside the elevator. Elevator gets stuck, and now, guess what? We have a decision to make. We can sit here and do nothing, or we can activate the buttons in order for somebody to come open this elevator up. Well, you just said, most people take the elevator because it's the easy way. To this day, if she can, she's taking the stairs.
Walking.
She's going to take the stairs. Yeah. She don't want to deal with the elevator. Now, she'll get on it if she has to, but she doesn't really want to be on it. But guess what? How that is so vital in people's life. If there's a shortcut to success, that's the place that people take it.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the stairs that people have to take. You got to go through the stairs. That's the steps. Can I go to the church? The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. So the order that you have in your life should create some steps. And if you'll just follow the steps, you can get to your good place.
There it is. It's there. It's in the word.
See, I can still preach.
It's in the word.
Oh, dude.
Got to take the steps. You can't take shortcuts. You won't be successful taking the shortcuts.
Yeah.
There may be other roadmaps out there that you can follow, but you still have to take the proper steps.
Yeah.
Can't get to step 2 before you go to step 1.
100%.
100%. We're already looking at step 10. You got to take step 1, step 2, step 3.
Stay there for a second, right? Why do people do it though? And we find ourselves, we're all guilty of it, right? I'm guilty of it. I check somebody in their 10th season and I'm in my rookie season. So I look and say that I'm a failure because I'm in my rookie season of laying foundation, but they're in their 10th season. Everybody has to be a rookie at some point. If you're going to be an expert, you have to come through the road of being a rookie.
Right.
So you got to be willing to go through that season of frustration, season of humility, season of finding your focus, season of just getting it all together in order for you to get to the place where you can say, man, I got it. You got to go through it.
Yeah. You have to. I'm finding that out. You have to.
Yeah. Man, I found it out.
You have to.
Yes, sir.
Again, Derrick Butts, ASSISTU2WIN, ASSISTU2WIN.com.
Yep.
We've only been talking 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And this is what you're getting already just in 20 minutes. So just imagine what it's like when you really get to connect with him and get that one-on-one time with him, not just in a short amount of time for this one moment. So what I would like to do, I don't know what the packages are or anything like that, but we want to, I guess, get somebody into ASSISTU2WIN for one of our lucky listeners.
Okay.
So anybody out there, the code word is going to be ASSISTU2WIN.
I love it.
That's it.
That's a good word.
Hashtag ASSISTU2WIN.
Okay.
And we will get you going with the classes for ASSISTU2WIN. We're going to assist you to win to assist you to win.
I like it.
Yeah.
Lucky winner. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get it out there.
Let's
Again,
create
hashtag ASSISTU2WIN.
Yes.
I love it.
You know, so once I don't want to talk too much so they can, I want to make sure they get with the course. But once we've removed those roadblocks, we've done this, is there a time when it's like, all right, what more is there for me to do? Or is there always something that you're going to be able to assist them with?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the reason why there's always more to do is because there's always more inside of us. We don't unlock the next level or even know about some levels until you get there. Think about the old video games we used to play.
You
didn't know what was behind the next thing until you got there. You just knew, man, I got 32 seconds to get to this spot, the race, and if I get there at that point, there's going to be an extension, and they're going to take me through these different avenues. It's the same thing. I remember we were playing Candy Crush. I thought that this was the only level that Candy Crush would go to, right? And then all of a sudden, I look at my sister-in-law, and she said, oh, I just unlocked another level, and we're on now 14,286.
Yeah.
So there's always another level, which means there's always a new dimension of me that I can recreate. While sometimes it's pushing you to become something, the next phase may be you developing a team to take care of this very area that you have so it doesn't falter, and so you can go launch something else. So there's always something that we can do inside of that place with the person.
Yeah, there it is. So you're going to have that relationship with them for a long time. That's your goal. That's your vision with each one, is to have that relationship with them for a while, assisting them through their whole journey, and hopefully that journey will open up another journey.
Correct. Yeah, deep impact. We're way more about impact over income. So I don't work with a lot of people when it comes to one-on-one, and I choose to do that because I had to get to a place to realize that value has to meet somebody that's ready for action. If you just want to consume content, stay on social media with me. I'll give you enough of that. But if you're ready to have a life change, a shift, you're ready to go level up what you do, then let's connect, because there's a different talk from Derrick Butts on social media than it's Derrick Butts in one-on-one coaching. One-on-one coaching now, it's way more strategic, it's way more intentional, it's way more pointed in a specific area, and most of the times it's in the place that you normally are resisting. You don't need me to get to goals that you can get to by yourself. You need me to get to those places that you have been desiring, yet you keep resisting to go there because of something that you are either afraid to deal with, or you won't sustain the change over time. You haven't had that breakthrough. You got it, and that's what you're there for, is to assist them through that breakthrough. It kind of reminds me of one of those church songs, Another Level. He was like, you keep hitting that glass ceiling with your head, your calf muscles are getting stronger, but you haven't had that breakthrough yet. Because of that wall, that barrier that you're hitting, and you're there to help them, show them, and assist them on taking that barrier down. That's good.
So man, dropping nuggets.
I'm over here eating jewels. I'm over here eating bars. I'm eating jewels. I'm absorbing a lot of this information. I think a lot of that stuff that you talk about kind of applies to me. I mean, when I think about being resistant to change and staying steady in my comfort zone and things like that, and J-Rock does challenge me to go outside my comfort level and do things new and look at a different approach. I feel like I try that every once in a while, and then I end up falling back to my pattern.
It's because you haven't had the mind shift.
I feel like I agree with that. Like, it hasn't been a full shift. Like, you get the tools and you listen to them and you look at them, and then I'm that person that needs to like celebrate those little wins, those little changes that you make. And then see it. Would you say you can't have momentum if we don't move? I'm that guy. I'm like, oh well, it's working. I'm good. Life is working, and I feel like I'm all right.
So I was in a session today, right? So I'm gonna give you this. Somebody else, you're gonna catch this too. So if you're listening to this, go ahead and get this one right here. So I told people you need two type of goals in your life. You always need two types of goals in your life. You need a safe goal and you need a big goal. So we define safe goals as simple and fairly easy. You need those in your world, right? And then you need big goals where you have to believe in greater. I always tell somebody, if you come to me, I want you to identify what's safe, and then let's identify what's big. By yourself, you should be able to hit your safe goals. With me, let's go hit your big goals. What stands in the middle of that? Accountability. Where many times we make the biggest mistakes, and let me raise my hands, both of them, right? For those that can see me, if you don't see me, I'm raising both hands, and I got my toes up right now. The reason why I say that is because sometimes from a coach, we have the answer, but we don't apply. Notice I'm raising my hand. Accountability will cause us to have to live out the answers that's easy to say.
Okay.
There was a season in my world that two women said something to me, and I didn't listen to one. I started listening to the other. And the two women were, one was Lisa Nichols, and two was my wife. I came back so fired up from a Lisa Nichols conference. She's a world-renowned speaker, travels all over the world, powerful coaching. And she brought me into her inner circle and allowed me to have this space and started coaching me one-on-one, which says no matter what level you're on, every coach needs a coach. Every player needs a coach. Everybody needs one. And she's coaching me in an area, and I'm hearing her, listening to her, but not heeding from her. My wife then shares with me and says, you may want to take this approach. When I took her approach, my business model started to change and my success came. But would I have received that if I did not have accountability? We sometimes think that we grow out of accountability because that's what youthful people do. But the truth be told, the greater you are, the stronger, the smaller your accountability circles may be, but how powerful they are. Because wisdom will speak, and it'll cause you to avoid, and it'll cause you to attract things that you would never have gotten if you just didn't have an accountability circle. Safe goals, big goals. If you put them together, get an accountability circle, I'm telling you, you'll bust through and break through barriers all day long.
Accountability circle.
Accountability.
Safe and fairly easy.
Yep.
Believe in greater, big.
Big, believe in greater, right? You gotta, because there's a greater you.
Yeah.
And so in order to get to your big goal, there's a development of you, not a comparison to you. And many times we compare who we are to where we've been, but we forget to develop where we are to where we're going. So if we'll keep the development going, we can now keep moving into that big goal. There's certain professional goals you will not achieve until there's been personal development in specific areas.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Got to have that development.
Yeah.
The development is like a neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Before the neighborhood, it's just trees, coyotes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Then the development department comes in, and they see what this could be. They write it out. They have their accountability circles. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's come together, flatten everything out. They have the mind shift. They flatten out the neighborhood, and now they start framing everything, right? So you got to start framing your whole mindset now of what's going to happen next. And that's the next step is after the foundation's laid, you got to have, this laid and this put up. And that's the same thing that you're doing as well. Is you're knocking down all that because they don't realize there's more in you. Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Right? So it's like all these neighborhoods going out here, they're just growing. They're just getting bigger. The BIG, they're getting bigger for the same reason. It's the same thing in you. You just got to be able to adapt and be accountable, right?
Yeah, that's good. Yep. Yes, sir.
That's solid.
And again, we're sitting down here with the Derrick Butts, man, CEO, founder, ASSISTU2WIN. And anybody's listening to this right now, I'm sure you guys have gotten so many notes, nuggets.
Yeah.
What's it like? What's it mean for you to, be able to really just do this? Like when you knew you've always had this calling to help, to teach. What's that? When do you feel like satisfied and fulfilled? Is it the moment that, hey, I got a new person, I've got these people signing up? Or is it, hey, good job, hey, you finally did it? What's more satisfying, man? I don't know if that's a trick question or a hard question or one that you can even answer.
Well, I think the satisfying thing is when somebody comes to you, first off, how that's such a place of honor that they would even say, hey, I want to sit with you. They had to see something in me, hear something from me to say, hey, you got something that you can help me. So the satisfying thing is when they think that I'm getting ready to do something magical, and then they realize how magical they are. When we can pass the baton where they then start believing back in themselves and they have the confidence, because coaching is more about what's in them, not what's in me.
Yeah.
And it's me sharing principles that cause them to have eye-opening experiences for them to just say, I can do this. It's turning their I cans into I dids. When that happens, oh my God, that just brings me so much joy, right?
There's a saying, I didn't mean to cut you off, but saying that progress equals happiness.
And that's what it is. Because, people that know me now, my rejoicing is when I see people taking action. When I see them doing things that they thought they couldn't do. When I see them accomplishing things, my wife writing a book, my wife getting on stage, my wife talking to people on a microphone, doing all of that. My wife coaching individual clients through the writing process. That's big. Watching somebody come to me and say, I want to do a coaching program, or I want to do this, but I don't know how to turn it into a course. Having them turn it into a course, and then they monetize the course and make the impact into people's life. Having people double their income in 90 days. It's that. What else? Come on.
Yeah.
That's just what it's about.
That's what it is.
It's assisting in the win. Yeah. When they are able to raise their hand and say, give me a high five because I did the very thing that we said we were going to do on session number 1. That's why we get up.
That's the fire right
That's
there.
why we get up right there.
That's that fire. And on top of that, it probably even motivates them even more. Hey, I did it. Boom, that fire's burning. It's kind of like when you first, get saved. You get that fire, go boom, 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 and kind of settles out. But boom, it hits you again.
Second wind.
Yeah, it hits you again.
yeah.
And man, yeah. So when you do this and you're assisting them to win, I bet you for some people also, not only is it helping their business life, but that personal life, I bet you it helps them out tremendously because you could be having issues at home. A lot of that could be dealing with the business isn't doing what you want it to do. The money situation is not where it needs to be. And with them, attaching to assist you to win and you coaching them, I can probably almost assume that you probably even maybe helped out a few relationships in this as well. Probably not even meaning to, yet doing so.
Probably so, right? But the reciprocal thing is what it's helped out for us, my family, and just the things that happen, right? You can't give to people and not feel good about yourself. You can't sow into people and not reap harvests in your own life. So, the relationships that we make, the friendships that we make over the time, we're lost for words because of what it does both one to another. It's just what life was meant to be. Right. Iron sharpening iron.
Yeah. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Iron sharpening iron. What's your vision? What's your goal now for Assist You to Win? Where do you want 10 years from now? Where do you want Assist You to Win to be?
That's a great question. So 10 years from now, we have this big training facility that we have way more coaches being able to coach under the same principles and being able to do this, worldwide, across the world, in different platforms. I focus a lot on the sales component, marketing, branding people, but I want to be able to take the same principles and just really be able to do it across industries. I want different people coaching. I want to be coaching the coaches. I want to be training people. It should be that. It's the big conferences that people come to, that they are able to come jumpstart their business, scale a business, and just the different places that we function in today. It should just be all 100x, 10x, 20x, whatever the X you want to put on it. It should be in a whole nother form and fashion. So the big thing is to keep doing the very same thing we're doing, but have more people doing it.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah, man. Again, I appreciate you sitting down with us.
Yeah.
Derrick Butt, CEO, founder, ASSISTU2WIN. Links will all be in the comments. Description. So make sure you like, follow, subscribe with ASSISTU2WIN. Is that how they can find you on? You said on social media, right? ASSISTU2WIN. ASSIST, the number 2.
The letter U, the number 2.
Letter U, the 2.
Yeah.
And then win.
We tattooed up on with that too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We tattooed with that. I'm trying to get my wife to get one. She didn't get one yet. I don't know if she gonna, what she
that's
gonna
fire.
do. You like that?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah. And then my new word, wintality.
Mentality.
Yeah, that's
So
my
that-
new tattoo.
That's
too.
like a mentality of winning.
Winning mentality.
Man, wintality. We ain't got time for wintality, but yeah, it's
The next episode, huh?
Yeah.
Next episode.
Hey.
But yeah, developing the mentality to unlock another level of ability. Mentality.
Wintality.
Mentality.
Yeah.
I like
Man,
that.
Yeah. High school student athlete, 7% zone. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say to anybody, man?
No, what I want to tell you this is that if you're following me, make sure you're following these gentlemen. Anytime people take time to be able to talk about other people, they're special individuals. You got to be confident in your skin to be able to share and talk about other things that other people are doing. So these are the ones that need to be celebrated and rewarded. So make sure you're following, make sure you get the word out, and then come back and listen to somebody else, because they very well may be bringing in your solution to your problem. And all you got to do is just listen into the program and then find out that solution. And the last thing I got for you, though, is this. The universe will not reward your intention. It only rewards your action. So when you hear something that is for you, go start taking action. Not tomorrow, right now. Do it right now. So when he said follow right now. Somebody, you were getting ready to hit the button. Hit the button. Follow. Subscribe. Do what you got to do. That's what I got to say.
Right now. Speaking of right now, we appreciate you guys listening in. This is Right Now with J Rock and KJ.
Right now.
So hey, like he said, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, everything, share, comment, let us know. Don't forget to do the hashtag ASSISTU2WIN so that we can get you connected with ASSISTU2WIN. Appreciate it.